And I seen 0 Day Jay talk about something like this. Basically, like your tuition fees. Yeah, it's 30 bucks, but you can learn. Like you can get your stripes. Like I got my stripes trading Apex accounts, bro. I got funded first with Top Step, but I got my stripes like where I'm like, oh bro, I do this shit. Like you feel me? I got that confidence and all of that. I got that with Apex. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kato Geechee. Yes, it is I, the one, the only, the big homie. You know what I'm saying? You already know what's going on. Hey, so check it out. I wanted to stop by today to go ahead and update everybody. This is not the road to $10,000 in profit firm payouts, but I did want to address a couple things. Since we started the journey of the road to $10,000 in profit firm payouts, I've been getting a lot of questions. I mean, a lot of them. It's a lot of people asking me. They say, like, we love you, we love your channel and what you represent and what you stand for, but why did you choose Apex Trader Funding? So with that being said, today I'm gonna answer some of the questions. I'm gonna tell y'all why I chose Apex Trader Funding, why I think y'all should choose Apex Trader Funding. And if you do choose Apex Trader Funding, make sure you use that 80% discount code right there. Like I said, I just want to kind of update y'all. We're going to go over what Apex Trader Funding offers as a prop firm and a funding company, as well as why I personally chose them. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's get into today's content. Boom. Okay, y'all. So like I was saying, I just wanted to go ahead and give y'all a brief introduction into Apex Trader Funding and how I view them. But we're going to start off with just a review as them as a funding company and a prop firm in general. So we're going to start off the accounts that they offer. They offer 7 different types of trailing drawdown accounts, and they offer 1 static account. Now, we will get into prices. I personally think Apex is priced the best. Their base account is going to start at $29 once you use that Apex code. Don't forget to use that Apex code. It's going to come out to about $29. And this is right now. So they offer discounts all the time. So right now it's an 80% discount. With that 80% discount, their base model account is going to be $29. Yes, $29. The biggest account is going to be $131. So you can kind of gauge where that is, but I do think that they are the most affordable for sure. Now, with that being said, they're also offering at the moment $85 activation fee, a lifetime activation fee of $85. Now, typically, I believe it's going to be $150, and then the monthly fee would typically be $80. But like I said, if you use the code right now, you can go ahead and get that $85 lifetime activation fee. And after you use the 80% discount using the code, the static account is going to come out to about 30 bucks. Now, what type of payments do they accept? They accept everything except for Amex. So if you have Amex, you have to find a work around that. A lot of people like to complain about drawdown and this trailing drawdown. Yes, Apex has trailing drawdown. Me personally, I don't care. I come from an end of day trailing drawdown, but trailing drawdown is not something that is a problem for someone like me. Now, that's me personally. I know a lot of people have gripe about this. Different accounts offer different things. Different prop firms offer, they have their, it's a balance type of thing, right? So with that being said, the max number of accounts is 20 accounts. Now, me personally, I love this. You know what I'm saying? I personally love this because it just allows you to scale up, especially if that's what you're thinking about. If you want to say I'm just gonna make a certain amount of money in a day. For instance, if I trade 20 accounts and I make $500 on each account, I'm done for the day. 20 accounts at $500. You do the math. It's a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of chicken. Y'all know how I feel about that chicken. We got to get it, right? Minimum days to pay out. It's officially 8 days to pay out. So you no longer have a payout period. It used to be a payout period. I personally didn't like that. So I'm glad about this change. To me, they changed for the better, but we're going to get into that. And you flip. Yes, you can flip. Do I flip? I don't flip. If you don't flip, don't worry about what flipping is. It's not something that you should even be thinking about. A lot of people do it just to hurry up and get to a payout a little bit quicker, right? So consistency rule, 30% consistency rule. I'm not worried about it. I trade the account and go with the flow. The last thing I'm thinking about is the consistency rule. I'm thinking about trading the account. I'm thinking about getting the funds to where they need to be. I'm not really pressed for a payout as much as everybody else. I'm thinking of it long term. So with that being said, news trading, yes, it is allowed. Does that mean you should scale up as soon as news is coming out? No. The odds of your payout getting approved if you do something like that and look for a windfall trade, you might get denied. Me personally, I don't do that. I do pay attention to news. We drop the news in the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord down below. The Urban Trading Collective, that's the Discord. So if you're looking for the news and you want to be updated about whatever news is coming out at that time or whatever trading day it is, join the Discord. DCAing, I know a lot of people gave Apex flack for this, and this was kind of what everybody was kind of pressed about. If you watch videos and reviews before, everyone was pressed about this DCAing rule. Me personally, I don't DCA, but I can see why some people would be pressed about it. But the problem is I don't think it's for day traders, but if you do it and it works for you, it's for you. So I guess who am I to say something like that? Now, do I do it? No, I don't do it. Is scalping allowed? Scalping is allowed. I don't think that there's a time limit on any trades when you're trading Apex, right? So that's a bonus. Whatever your trailing drawdown is, once you reach that number in your PA account, you need to make $100 more, right? And then that is technically your safety net. So what a lot of people don't like is now with Apex, you have to actually leave the safety net there, which is common within almost every prop firm you can possibly think of. I'm not gonna lie to you. Apex was the only one that let you withdraw into that safety net. Now that they did this, basically there's gonna be a lot of less people blowing their accounts instantly, because what a lot of people would do is that they would withdraw into their safety net. Now your drawdown is $200 or whatever, $100, and now you blow the account the next day. So technically, if you really think about it, everybody, I want everybody to pay attention to this. Technically, they took away some of their payments, because what you're going to do after you blow that account, you're going to go buy more evaluations and pay another activation fee. And so they're basically taking money out of their pocket in that situation. 50% of the max amount of contracts that you can trade is going to be basically allowed up until you reach that safety net. Once you reach that safety net, you get all of the contracts that they guaranteed that you would get. Do I plan on trading max size? Or I don't plan on doing that anyway. If you plan on doing that, you have no business in this line of business. If you're doing that, you have no intentions on going live with the prop firm if you're doing something like that. 30% negative P&L is basically saying, right, don't lose 30% of your drawdown in one trade. It's not that complicated. They also said it's not a hard rule. This is not something that will violate you, right? Now, as long as you're not obsessively doing it intentionally, you don't have to worry about this. Me personally, I don't have to worry about it at all, because I don't plan on losing 30% of my account in one fucking trade. If you're doing that, you're crazy. Like I said, this is not for you. You're meant to be somewhere like fucking FTT or something if you plan on doing some shit like that. Now, payout methods. We offer, I said we, look at that, Apex. Holla at your boy. Apex offers ACH payments, very common. You know, I believe everyone's offering ACH at the moment. So this is the plus, and this is why a lot of people didn't like Apex before, was the time it took to get approved. Now they're basically approving people within the 48 hours. Not only that, the money will hit your bank account 3 to 4 business days after their approval. So like I said, they definitely had an extreme bounce back, right? Crazy bounce back. When I used to get online, all I used to see was, and I believe it was a part of people trying to get their YouTubes off the ground. You were seeing a lot of Apex slander, and it was like the cool thing to do to make a video about Apex and how bad they were. Meanwhile, while people were making those kind of videos, I was trading with Apex. There were mistakes happening with Rhythmic, mistakes happening with TraderSync. Apex, when I reached out to Apex instantly, the same day they responded to my help ticket, lightning speed. Not only did they respond to my ticket, they reset my account, right? So although I was hearing all this negative stuff, all I can do is go based in my world, in the urban world where I come from. I'm a little bit different than y'all. You know, I come from a different line of business. We're not gonna get into that, but I come from a different line of business, and in that line of business, you don't listen to what people say about the person that you're dealing with, right? You go based off of the relationship you have. So I kind of base my relationship with Apex based off my relationship with Apex. I don't base my relationship with Apex based off of all these influencers, because influencers can lie. They can say, you know, all this crazy stuff, and the whole time they're really they're mad about something that happened between them, and it could potentially be their fault. There was a lot of people that were breaking rules and they were getting their payouts denied. but it was because they were breaking rules and they couldn't accept the fact that they were breaking rules. Or some people couldn't accept the fact that Apex started to enforce a rule that was kind of hidden. Do I think that that was right? It's a whole nother story. They didn't go about it the best way, but I mean, the rule was there, right? That's neither here nor there. So the reason why I chose to stay with Apex and the reason why I chose to trade with Apex in the first place, one, I love the 20 accounts. There's not a lot of places that offer the 20 accounts. I've traded with multiple prop firms. I've got funded with multiple prop firms. None of them are offering the 20 accounts. I did see FTT offering the 20 accounts. I didn't join. I didn't even entertain it just because I didn't like the comments and how they were handling things online. And then I seen racial slurs being, used by owners. I was just like, I'm not dealing with that shit at all. I personally think that I would have socked dude in his face. That's just me though. I'd have beat him the fuck up. Anyways, so that's one reason. The 20 accounts, I love the 20 accounts. I love the scaling. It was part of my original business plan. Once I found out about prop firms, my original business plan was to do something of that nature. Now, don't get it twisted. My goal in the end is still to go live. Simulated accounts is never the goal. That's not the goal. Is to keep rotating simulated accounts, right? It's all good that they're used for payouts. That's beautiful and all of that. But my goal was to always become a prop firm trader, a real prop firm trader. Like I said, I come from the CFD world. So that was always the goal. It's like, let's become a funded trader. Let's break the odds. For me, that was my goal. So when people say, traders have this underlying goal of the things that they're trying to reach, it's not the money for me. The goal is breaking the standards, becoming a prop firm trader. But the main reason that I chose Apex Trader Funding was me personally. I'm a business owner, so being able to trade under your LLC was a big thing for me. I used to trade stocks, bonds, and indexes. I had company accounts with these big brokers. So I had LLC accounts with them for years, right? So once I discovered the futures prop firms and I started trading futures, I said, hey, listen, why not pivot my company, right? Because I own a private investment company, Creative Millennial Investments. It instantly put in my mind, listen, I have this amount of funds. Why not scale the prop firms? And it's only certain ones that offer LLC accounts. Not only that, there's only certain ones that offer 20 accounts. So with that being said, I knew what I could do. I knew that I can get funded with 20 accounts possibly and start making funds. And I can make funds quicker, risking less than if I were to go and fund my account. So let's just say $20,000. If I had $20,000 in trading capital spread out amongst all these brokers, what I could possibly do is take 5 out, go get 20 accounts, 20 evaluations, pass these 20 evaluations, and now I can make that and possibly 2 payouts, 3 payouts with 20 accounts. So it was literally a part of my business plan. So the LLC accounts was just something that I personally was looking for. The company that I traded with before that I got funded with, they didn't offer LLC accounts. If they offered LLC accounts, I probably would have. Okay, no, I'm lying. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have stayed. I mean, I still trade with them every now and again. I wouldn't have completely stayed because I like Apex. I like the rules. Do I think that everything that they do is completely righteous? No. Do I think everything I do is completely righteous? Absolutely not. It's like the Libra scales when you're talking about prop firms. You have to give a little to get a little, right? So Apex, what I like about Apex is they took everything that everyone was saying about their company and they adjusted. That was the best thing. When I seen that happen, I was already going to stay on board regardless. But once I seen that they adjusted, I was like, oh, they're the best trading company. They're the best prop firm company. End of story. Once I seen them make the adjustments, they're for the people. I don't care what no one says. I don't care. I'm an underdog, so I really pay attention to this. If you have a business model and this is inside the business model, this is the prop firm you need to be trading with, right? If you want to get this money, you got to stick to some rules. It's not your chicken in the first place. They're giving you money, so you need to stick to the rules. My biggest goal is to eventually go live with Apex. I don't know a lot of people that are in live Apex accounts, but that is the eventual goal. Now that I know that Apex live accounts exist, that should be the goal. That should be your goal is to get funded with live funds, right? Because at the end of the day, you can treat this like a job. Once you get funded with live funds, whatever part-time job or gig that you're doing, you don't necessarily have to go as hard at it anymore. Now, that doesn't mean give up on what you're doing. That just means that this right here can sustain. Once you can start paying bills and consistently paying bills with this, it's just like it sets it in stone. That is the reason why I personally stay with Apex, why I stand by Apex Trader Funding, and why I'll continue to stand by Apex Trader Funding until I find a reason or until they do some shit that I personally don't like. That does not mean that I only trade with Apex Trader Funding. I still trade with other companies. I trade with Take Profit Trader. I trade with Top Step. The first company I ever got funded with in futures is Top Step, right? So I'm not saying that this is the only company that I'll ever trade with, but as far as having multiple accounts, this is the only company that I will go hard in, pause, and literally continue to buy accounts. The barriers of entry are just very small, and you can take over the world. So if you're not already trading with Apex, I advise you to start trading with Apex. What do? You use that motherfucking code that's at the bottom or wherever I put it on the screen, Apex Trader Funding code. Use it. You get 80% off. You get an $85 activation fee only for a certain amount of time. So I recommend you go ahead and sign up quick. Don't be late. Don't be lacking on your Mac, and don't be slipping on your pimping. That being said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I want to thank everybody for watching. We still on the road to $10,000 in profit firm payouts, and I'm bringing y'all on that journey with me. And we are trading primarily Apex on those accounts. Right now, we're only trading Apex on those accounts. So, listen, use that code. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Go to school. Make sure y'all go check out the last video that we posted about the tick chart. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with that video. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned for more content.